going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I have a very good video for you guys today. Go on ahead, deposit soul coins, and let's get started with today's video.
But it's fine. The plan is going smoothly, as Nanashi said. Leaf, sand, cloud, stone, mist. All of the 5 great villages have started preparing for war. It's only a matter of time now before the 5th Great Ninja War begins.
Dang, he really want to start this.
The world needs pain. By inflicting pain, this unrefined world will be able to grow.
Yo.
Merz, you are something akin to me. Your family and friends were taken from you by the warring nations.
Huh?
You learned of pain just like me, and realized how wrong the world is. Therefore, we have a similar intention. Changing the world is quite simple. If you have the unbreakable will of the gods. Dedicate your efforts and your will to realize Akatsuki's mission.
The whole world, the people. War will ruin the villages, and at that point, they'll collapse. And Zero shall provide the reign of power that Lord Pain strived for.
Alright guys, what is going on, guys? As you've seen it in the title, this is none other than a theory video, okay? This is strictly a theory because, guys, before we hop into this video, I do understand and realize that this is original story art and plot and everything like that by Masashi Kishimoto, okay? When you guys just took a look at the clip that I played for Storm Connections. Now, this right here, that definitely made me believe and think a few things that could possibly happen with this genre. Go ahead and take a look at the screen now, okay? Now, mind you, this is nothing more than me just giving you the interpretation and the information behind everything Nanashi and Merz, and then giving you my full conclusion on what I feel as though could be done with these characters, okay? I really believe that a story could be worked with these characters if done the correct way. Let's go on ahead and take a look here at Merz himself, okay? Now, mind you, their debut, Nanashi and Merz's debut, is in Storm Connections, okay? They are nowhere else in the timeline but there, all right? Which also leads me to believe that they could possibly do something with it. Let me go on ahead and we'll talk about it. Merz is a character from Naruto x Boruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections. A former Amagakure shinobi who idolized the goals of Pain and followed the Akatsuki. He was blinded during the Hidden Rain Civil War. He would later gather a following of destitute ninja who wished to return to the age of warfare and founded the organization Zero. Merz seems fundamentally polite, but believes in obtaining godhood in the same vein as Pain, but without the same interest in the peace that would follow the inevitable conflict. He has no issues using others for his own ends, treating them as weapons. Merz is a powerful shinobi, considered worthwhile enough by Pain himself to consider an ally. While admittedly the inferior of Naruto Uzumaki and Sasuke Uchiha, Merz was still capable of fighting them both off, though they had been weakened by fighting each other during the prelude to the 5th Shinobi World War. Dojutsu he has, alright? Let's talk about the Sharingan. Due to the machinations of Tebusei, who used scientific ninja tools, Merz was able to be implanted with artificial Sharingan. Unlike other implanted Sharingan users, Merz shows neither fatigue nor severe chakra drain from utilizing the Sharingan. He did, however, keep the eyes sealed under a technique formula, Jutsushiki, until it was time to use them, similarly to L. Unlike normal Sharingan, these artificial eyes are capable of copying other dojutsu that could only be used by certain bloodlines. Notably, both of his new eye sockets incorporated machinery. His left eye socket being almost completely cybernetically rebuilt. This had left his new eye bulging out and a poor fit. The Mangekyo Sharingan. Due to its artificial Sharingan, Merz also possesses an artificial Mangekyo Sharingan, an exact mirror of Nanashi Uchiha's. His Mangekyo Sharingan gives him access to Yachihoko, the engraved Tsukuyomi, and the vast reserves of chakra from all those affected by it. Using it, Merz was able to recall the chakra of everyone under the blemish, even Naruto Uzumaki. Merz is not even suffering from either blindness or the other debilitating effects commonly associated with the Mangekyo Sharingan, though he did require the chakra of the shinobi world at large to utilize it to its full potential. Due to having an artificial Mangekyo Sharingan in both eyes, Merz is capable of using Susanoo, a feat which surprises Sasuke Uchiha. Having trained to master the eyes, Merz's Susanoo is a complete body Susanoo. It takes a gargantuan size, dwarfing even Sasuke's Susanoo. With this, Merz can use the Yasuka Magatama and fend off a weakened majestic attire Susanoo from Naruto and Sasuke. Alright? Now guys, this right here, the Yasuka Magatama, is actually a bloodline use straight from Itachi. If you guys remember, in Storm, that was actually a special that you could do, the Yasuka Magatama, okay? With that being said, that's Merz himself, alright? Following in the footsteps of Pain and actually wanting to acquire God-like jutsu and strength. You feel what I'm saying? I believe that Merz was a good addition. He was a cool character. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I really feel as though we should have seen a little bit more of him. But considering the way that he was put into the story, I really do like that. Alright, let's go on ahead and move over to Nanashi Uchiha, okay? Alright, let's go on ahead and talk about the girl, none other than Nanashi herself, okay? Nanashi Uchiha, formerly known as Hikari Uchiha, was a Kunoichi of the Uchiha clan during the Warring States period. Because of her extraordinary abilities, Nanashi was treated as nothing more than a weapon by her own clan, and was always locked away in a cell, only being called out for battle. She was ultimately sealed away by the combined efforts of the Senju and Sarutobi clans. She was released almost a century later by Merz to be used as his tool for war, using Nanashi's hatred of shinobi and the world alike to gain her trust. Nanashi was born as Hikari Uchiha by her parents, who wished her to live her life in the sunshine as much as possible, hence her birth name. However, her parents were killed at some point during the vicious war-torn Warring States period, leaving her orphaned. Once her fellow Uchiha clan members discovered Nanashi's powerful abilities, they decided to use her as a weapon for battle, telling her her only purpose was to serve them in battle, and gave her the name Nanashi to signify her lack of identity as a human being. For several years, Nanashi was kept locked away by her own clansmen, being treated as a weapon, often being referred only as it by others. Ultimately, however, during a battle against the Senju clan, Nanashi's power forced them to retreat, only for them to return with assistance from the Sarutobi clan, who managed to defeat the Uchiha and seal Nanashi away in a scroll, preventing her from being used again for battle. Because of the extreme mistreatment she suffered at the hands of her own clan, being treated as nothing more than a weapon, not even being referred to as a human being, but only as an object, Nanashi developed a deep hate for not only her own clan, but shinobi as a whole, along with reality itself. As a result, Nanashi eagerly accepted Merz's offer to bring chaos to the world in order to gain her revenge upon shinobi. However, upon meeting Boruto Uzumaki in the virtual game world she created, Nanashi began having conflicting feelings. Where initially annoyed with Boruto's persistence to talk to her and impress her, she gradually found him interesting and different from others, who only talked to her as part of her duties as a guide for the game, whereas Boruto genuinely wished to become her friend. At the same time, however, Nanashi still struggled to let go of her hatred and began suffering from great emotional turmoil over her feelings of hate against her feelings of joy regarding Boruto, but still went ahead with her plans. Although she unknowingly caused herself great harm as she subconsciously wished to keep Boruto safe from her own plans. When clashing against Boruto, Nanashi was unable to bring herself to kill him, shedding tears and pleading for Boruto to stay away. But due to Boruto's unwavering determination to rescue her from her hatred, she ultimately came to accept his feelings and granted him her chakra to help defeat Merz, although at the cost of her own life. After Boruto traveled back in time to the Warring States period with the help of Tonari Otsutsuki, Nanashi was once again saved by Boruto, this time from her own clan, and after seeing just how Boruto was determined to save her, and hearing his words about choosing her own path instead of accepting one made from others, she decided to live the rest of her life unaligned with any clan, and with her birth name returned to her by Boruto, she lived a modest life surrounded by people who cherished her. And while refusing to speak about her tragic past, Nanashi would only and happily talk about meeting Boruto and how her life was influenced by him, leaving an anecdote behind, thanking him for changing her life for the better. The abilities that Nanashi had was considered immensely powerful by her own clan, to the point that the Uchiha wielded her as a weapon. The Sarutobia and Senju clans, not formally allied at this point, banded together for the sake of sealing Nanashi away. While confronting Boruto, Mitsuki, and Sarada and Naruto and ninja heroes, she overwhelmed them with her strength, despite the three each being prodigies of noticeable skill. Nanashi possesses enough chakra reserves that, when her power is fully unleashed, it manifests as visibly as possible. Let's talk about some of the ninjutsu that she had. Some nature transformation, okay? Nanashi possessed the natural Uchiha disposition for the fire-release chakra nature. Born and raised in the Warring States era, Nanashi was able to use complex nature transformation at a young age, including the Uchiha's Rite of Passage technique, the fire release Great Fireball technique. Her skill in fire release allowed her to also utilize the fire release Great Dragon Fire technique and its subsequent technique, the fire release Dragon Flame release Song technique. Nanashi was even capable of fire release Great Fire Annihilation, the pinnacle of the Uchiha clan's nature transformation, showcasing her skill born through war, and that was actually only a jutsu known to Madara Uchiha. Her dojutsu, the Sharingan. In spite of appearing young, Nanashi possessed a fully matured Sharingan. It was unknown when she awakened it, but with these eyes, she possessed the same heightened perception as other members of the Uchiha clan. She has immense skill in genjutsu, able to manipulate the genjutsu world of ninja heroes easily, comparing herself to a wizard in the space of her genjutsu. Her Mangekyo Sharingan, alright? Alongside her Sharingan, Nanashi was in possession of a powerful Mangekyo Sharingan, a feat at this point in time associated solely with Madara Uchiha and his brother Izuna. She had the abilities Tsukuyomi and Amaterasu implanted into her eyes, and was able to utilize the engraved Tsukuyomi through her Mangekyo Sharingan as well. While she is skilled in the use of Amaterasu, the strain of the technique takes its toll on her eyes. Furthermore, Nanashi shows the capability to manipulate the shape of the black flames, such as taking a swirling vortex to protect Boruto. Additionally, she had a powerful, unique genjutsu, the Yachihoko. This genjutsu allowed Nanashi to control others by erasing their memories and implanting powerful orders in their mind. Additionally, it gave her full access to their chakra, allowing her to transport it as needed. Plot overview. Let's talk about it, alright? Nanashi remained sealed away for the duration of the Warring States period, and throughout each of the Shinobi World Wars, well into the modern era, where she was unsealed by Merz and Tegusei of Zero. Manipulating Nanashi's hatred for the Shinobi world, he promised revenge by plunging the world into anarchy. Nanashi, who was already immersed in hatred, accepted his offer and began to work with Zero. Initially appearing as a guide character in the game, Ninja Heroes, Nanashi met Boruto Uzumaki. Initially, they did not get along, as Nanashi found Boruto's energy to be irksome. Regardless, she humored him and helped Boruto through the initial stages of the game. While doing this, she began to realize what kind of person Boruto was. During the setting for a special event where Kiseki were gathered, Nanashi initially tried to discourage Boruto from participating. However, after he did and won a winner Kiseki, Nanashi had to set Zero's plan into action, utilizing the engraved Tsukuyomi to place the entire shinobi world under her mark. She then used Yachihoko to begin erasing the memories of everyone affected and forced them to prepare for the 5th Shinobi World War. Eventually, Nanashi was confronted by Boruto and Ninja Heroes, and when finally called out on her part in the chaos, Nanashi revealed her true appearance and face, fighting Team 7 within her Genjutsu. Having been fought off, Nanashi returned to Zero and no longer wished to monitor the Genjutsu world of Ninja Heroes. After the Yachihoko and its effects were broken by the efforts of Team 7 and Tonari Otsutsuki, Nanashi was confronted by Boruto in Zero's hideout. Desperate to realize her dream and her plans, she fought against Boruto, who managed to break through Nanashi, appealing to the good within her heart. Releasing that she cared for Boruto, Nanashi surrendered. Because of her weakness, Tegusei and Zero implemented their control device over Nanashi, forcing her to fight Boruto at full power. Naruto, Uzumaki, and Sasuke Uchiha intervened, saving Boruto. Merz discarded Nanashi and began to fight Naruto and Sasuke. Nanashi, however, used Yachihoko to give Boruto all of her gathered chakra, allowing Boruto to fight alongside his father and teacher and defeat Merz's complete body Susanoo. She then died in Boruto's arms, imparting on him a Kiseki that had their combined memories and chakra. When Boruto traveled back in time to the Warring States period with the help of Tonari Otsutsuki, Nanashi's history was changed when Boruto rescued her from captivity. She fought alongside Boruto against her clan, earning her freedom with his help. Getting her to safety, Nanashi learned her true name from Boruto. Nanashi was able to live a modest and normal life away from war, and spent the rest of her life in gratitude to Boruto, even leaving an anecdote behind sharing how much he changed her life for the better. Guys, there you have it right there, alright? Now, why is it exactly that I brought up these two, and why did I want to bring up a theory? It is because of this. Now, I do understand and know that both of these characters are deceased, okay? And also Nanashi's history was changed by Boruto. But here is the thing, okay? Because I definitely do believe that they could do a shinden on this, okay? Like a past shinden that could expand upon this story. Because, excuse me, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, anything is liable to happen, especially where this story is placed at in the timeline. This is exactly after, how should I put this? This is definitely before, if it was up to me, I would definitely say that this is definitely before Momoshiki. But see, that's the weird part though, is this gotta be after Momoshiki, but before Jigen. That's definitely what this gotta be, because if in that, I know I'm kind of stuttering, but that's the only way to me that this story would actually make sense in the timeline, if they were to actually make something out of it, like a whole story. Like, for example, if you guys remember in the Sasuke Shinden, okay, and you guys know about the Chinoiki clan, all right, if you guys remember the Chinoiki clan, and I cannot remember that little girl's name for the life of me, all right, but for those of you who actually understand who the Chinoiki clan was, the Chinoiki clan was the clan who was originally in the spot that the Uchiha clan grew up in. Before the Uchiha clan, when they were kicked out by the Leaf, they kicked out the Chinoiki clan, and the Chinoiki, they was done for, okay? Now, with that being said, that's what makes me believe that this could be it could be a canonized story. It could be a canonized story. But the only thing that takes away from the canonization of this story is Boruto going back in time and changing Nanashi's fate, okay? That's the only thing that changes all of this. But even so, I still do believe that this could be information that could be canonized, but as a past to the future. Let me explain that. Because Boruto went back in time, alright, and he pretty much reset Nanashi's fate, okay? The reason why I say that this is very, very possible to be canonized is because Boruto and Sasuke went back in time to fight Urushiki, because Urushiki went back in time to try and stop Naruto from growing up and having the Nine Tails. That way he could steal the Nine Tails from him as a child when he didn't have control. Alright? The one reason why that was canon is because you had somebody who could go back to the past, and you had a person who can Men in Black everybody. Alright? The person who could go back to the past obviously was Urushiki and Sasuke, but the person who could Men in Black everybody, which made the story make sense, was Sasuke Uchiha. When even Jiraiya said, hey, go on ahead and use that technique to wash our memory away. You feel what I'm saying? So that it does not affect the future. You feel what I'm saying? That's what makes me feel as though the same thing could be done here. You feel what I'm saying? This is original story and art by Masashi Kishimoto. Masashi can do whatever he wants with this storyline. You understand what I'm saying? That's me personally. You feel what I'm saying? That is my theory. I feel as though they could either make a Shinden out of this, or I truly believe that we need to start bringing back the Naruto movies, bruh. Boruto don't have a movie yet. Alright? I know y'all talk about, but Nightmare, he does have a movie. It's called Boruto Next Generation when they fought Momoshiki. Man, I'm not worried about that. I'm talking about like the movies, like the hitters, like Naruto's Blood Prison, Will of Fire. You feel what I'm saying? Those type of movies. Boruto need to go on ahead, get itself a movie like that. And this is my theory right here. They could turn this right here into a movie. Warring States period, bro. Warring States period. Y'all could turn that into Naruto X Boruto, or Boruto 2. No, matter of fact, it'll be Boruto Next Generations, Naruto Next Generations, Warring States period. Come on. The Warring States period. You mean to tell me they can't make a movie? Y'all, there's just too much information. There's just too much that was given canonically to set this story up. There was too much going on canonically. And yes, I know a lot of you are saying, well, the story has to make sense. Yeah, but also with that making sense, you also have to make the timeline make sense as well, which is why I say that the placement of this timeline has to be after Momoshiki, but before Jigen, because Boruto already has karma. Alright? Guys, this is just a theory, okay? This is nothing more than speculation and my idea on what could happen with these characters, even though I know they're deceased. I know they're deceased, but there's so much things that you can do with characters such as these. You understand where I'm coming from? Masashi, give us a Boruto movie. Give us a Boruto movie about the Warring States period. Please? Please. I'm pretty sure I'm asking for everybody. Give us a hot-ass movie with the Warring States period and the animation going buku. And I guarantee you, I'm pretty sure people will watch that. But guys, let me know if I missed anything in the comment section below. Tell me if you guys agree with me. Do you guys disagree with me? Am I tripping or am I hitting the nail on the head? Is there anything that I'm missing, or do I got everything in the bag? Guys, If you enjoyed this video, you already know what to do. Don't be afraid to hover and hit that like button. Subscribe today to become part of the Soul Gang, Team Nephilim. Let's get it. Tap that notification bell to know each and every single time I'm uploading these videos, baby. And guys, remember, to be good at the game, you gotta kill with skill. And until our next nightmare, guys, Nanashi Uchiha, Hikari Uchiha, I'm sorry, and Merz. You could do a little something with him, man. Peace.